Alright, so carrying on with the Pro-2 1/10 two-wheel drive short course truck kit, we've just finished the rear suspension. Everything went pretty smoothly. Started with the shock tower, putting the long bolts through, bolting it onto the actual onto the rear bulkhead, assembling the camber links, and then putting on the body mount. Was a little bit alarmed to see that how long these are. They're easy enough to cut down, but they don't actually, if you can see that, they don't actually bind or stop the, well, that one actually does touch just a bit. It kind of just depends where in the drive shaft is. You can see the loads and loads of droop. Obviously you're not going to be driving it for very long with that much droop, but anyway, so again we've got these really cool brass threaded body retainers, which are kind of nice. I'm surprised Proline haven't released those as a kit for all sorts of things. And then we put on the actual drivetrain components. Again, the entire rear transmission is already bolted on. You're just adding on these. You see that silver screw. You add the outdrive onto the output shaft. Now, Proline don't tell you to put thread lock on there, but I used blue compound thread lock on that screw, and also on the screw, the grub screw holding on in the middle of this the drive shaft. Now, if you've built CVDs before, you know what you're in for there. This silver retaining ring holds the cross pin in place, and then you still put in the grub screw, which is, I thought, was interesting because you don't really need it. It's all held in place by the retaining ring. But anyway, I put blue thread lock on there. The bearings are metal shielded bearings, just like in the front. There's 2 on each side. Again, just like on the front, on these axles. You'll notice that on the front end, this blue hex adapter that the wheel mounts onto is quite thick compared to the rear end. So obviously you can swap them out or add spacers or whatever if you want to change the track width. And then we've got more M3 lock nuts holding on the suspension hinge pins, which seem to be made of very, very strong stainless steel. The back bumper has gone on. You take off this motor guard. Those are just, I'm not sure why it's even really included. Anyway, you take that off and toss it out, and there's a couple of bolts that are held on, that hold that on, and then you put on the rear bumper. It's got a nice flexi brace, just like the front end, the front bumper, which you can see there. And then there's another brace that goes on the back side. And that's it. So that's the back end completely done. And there's a front end again. And the next step is to actually fill the shocks with oil and bleed them and get them installed. So that's next for the Proline Pro 2.